What's up, everyone? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 7, Losing Faith of the Mark Mo Show. My name's Mark Maloney, and I am your host, along with AK219's very own Aiden Maloney. Aiden, how you doing, man?
I am feeling fantastic. A little bit rattled, one might say, from this work week, but I'm not going to let that ruin my weekend.
You should not.
Yeah, it is not fair. We cannot give in to capitalism.
Agreed.
To allow our weekends to be spoiled by the rot and the horror that capitalism provides our weekdays.
True.
So I'm going to enjoy this weekend. Of course, this is a Father's Day weekend upcoming here.
Hey, how about that?
And I'm very excited for it to be Friday for us, Saturday for you lovely listeners. All I'm going to say is I recommend everyone go out and have a fantastic time.
I agree. I too, well wishes to all the motherfuckers out there.
God bless your souls.
Because, well, it's true.
Oh, I get it.
It's true.
I get it. I understand now.
Do you?
Yeah, I get the bit now.
Yep, that was
delayed. It was delayed.
It was like taking very heavy kegs up an icy ramp, perhaps.
Exactly, yeah. I almost killed an Illinois driver on I-65 today, so...
Well, they kind of had that coming.
It was on US 30, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on US 30.
Which is kind of like the highway.
Which is kind of like I-65, but more traffic lights.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah, almost killed an Illinois driver, so that's on my mind, but you are correct. It did take me a minute, but I get your bit, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I knew I was going to do that, and then I did it.
Slip it in there.
Yep, and then I was like, come on. There he goes.
Yeah. Where's my reaction?
I know, right? So, like, I'm hoping...
It's like that improv bit where you're hoping for the yes and they're just dawdling. It's like, come on.
I know.
Give it to me.
Like, don't kill the show in the first 5 minutes, man. That's bad juju right there.
And scene.
And
no, damn it.
No. Exactly. Oh, my God. But at any rate, hopefully you dads out there have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Mothers, do it. Fathers, you do it too. Whatever. Just enjoy the weekend.
Take the weekend off from mowing that lawn and get you a brewski.
For sure.
And a lawn chair.
Yep.
And if the weather's nice, go outside. If the weather's not, take the lawn chair inside. Fuck it.
Yeah. If the weather sucks, maybe they'll have to cancel your parade. But
no.
I know.
Or nor.
Yeah, you don't want to cancel your military parade.
What if it cost $100 million though?
Yeah, well, you write it off.
Oh yeah, of course. Who pays for that? Oh, we
do. We do.
Of course.
Yeah.
I should have thought.
We wanna be like Kim Jong-un.
Little Rocket Man.
Little Rocket Man. Oh, God.
We live surrounded by clowns.
Clowns.
And the clowns are in charge.
They are in charge, yep. That is just like most circuses, right? They just kind of have the marketers and,
right.
And the managers, and you got your ringmaster, and they're just like, what if we let Jerry the Clown run the show tonight? Jerry? No,
check out my red nose, boys. How do you feel about fascism? Hurry!
Smell this flower, squirt.
It's nitric acid. Hurry!
Yeah, that's...
Fuck you, Jerry.
Yeah, that's who's running the show. That's it. Jerry and all his clown friends.
And what a privilege it is.
Oh, I know, right? Unbelievable. Well, we produce new content weekly on all podcast platforms and YouTube. We also have some one-off interviews, and we just had a couple. We had one with Demetrius. He is with the Porter County Health Department, and we talked about an event they just had, as a matter of fact, today. And it seemed to go very well, which is great. And then we had an interview with Justin Anderson. It's rare when we do them back-to-back, but we went through more than half a season, didn't do one. So I was like,
True.
Yeah, got to get those interviews cooking. And that one was kind of funny because we drank a little,
No.
I know. You know, we had a couple 238 drinks or whatever, and
we weren't counting.
we weren't counting, but we were both feeling it. And his girlfriend Amanda was like, "You guys gonna do the podcast?" We're like, "Oh shit, that's right. That's why we're hanging out. Shit, fuck, that's right. Okay, damn it, let's go." And
you got us. And action.
And action. That's pretty much how it was, and it was funny. And I think people listen to it will probably get a chuckle out of it because I don't want to say we weren't at our A game, but we were just kind of loose. We were very loose, and I think it's just kind of a fun listen. And we did an hour, and like there's still so much to cover. This dude is really interesting, so I can't wait to do like
Volume 2 awaits the lovely listeners.
Really, I mean, and part of it was like to talk about his love for cars and how he made that, you know, his passion, his career.
Right.
And we did that, and we were like already in an hour, and I'm like, oh man, we can't get into music now. We're gonna have a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that. So I kind of killed it, and he was kind of like, oh, we didn't. I'm like, oh, we'll get there.
Yes.
I'm like, we will get there.
There could be a part 2 or 3.
It's very possible. It's very possible because it is entertaining. So catch the interview with Justin or catch the one with Big D. He's a really cool dude as well. And yeah, so we'll have more, probably maybe one more by the end of this season, and maybe we'll kick off a season with one. But we'll have a couple coming up.
It'll be exciting.
It will definitely be exciting. There's no question. But if you enjoy like what we're doing here, I have a little radio show, and it is called After Hours. It's on WVLP in Valparaiso, Indiana. WVLP.org, that's where the stream is, the TuneIn app on your handheld device. I hear you can yell at Alexa, and she'll play it.
Maybe. Alexa, play that good shit.
Play that good shit, and then immediately After Hours is going to come on.
Allegedly. We've been told.
We've been told. We've been told a time or two that may be the case. It's 2 hours of uninterrupted Celtic punk, alt rock every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time and Friday at 4 p.m. Standard Time. You should also check out The Guys Being Dudes, AK219, and Aiden Spelled the Right Way on podcast and YouTube. Aiden Spelled the Right Way is on YouTube. Some of the most entertaining gaming content on the web.
Well, thank you.
Without question. Wait, tell the fine folks a little bit about it and some of the current stuff you've done. This is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's kind of my dream hobby, my dream career. Is I want to entertain while also playing fun games. Which, hey, thousands of people have made a career out of that. Like,
sure,
I know it's kind of a pipe dream to make it into that top 10% of creators like that, but I still have fun doing it. I'm not going to stop doing it. It's really neat. I've been playing a lot of like fun physics games like Polybridge or Bridge Portal Constructor, things like that. But then I've been playing a lot of horror games recently too, because I had a fan reach out and they were like, "Hey, there's a certain like Steam sale going on, which is just a marketplace for PC games. There's a Steam sale going on where you can try out free horror game demos for upcoming releases."
Oh.
And I'm like, first of all, free appeals to me.
Of course.
As a working American, free is kind of my budget. And upcoming means I get like a first look, in air quotes.
And that's
playing these
pretty
demos.
awesome.
Pretty righteous. So I kind of jumped on that opportunity. I had one come out on Thursday of this week, and then I'll have one coming out next week as well, which I'm just hyped for. The video coming out today on my channel is another GeoGuessr one, which I just have a lot of fun with because those types of games...
They're so much fun.
Yeah, it's that mixing of like, I'm playing a game where the audience can also participate.
Yes.
But I'm also... like, I'm the foil in a way, right? Because I can't hear like the more logical, intelligent viewers chiming in, be like, "You dumbass, you're in this part of the world, not that part." But I'm the foil of that video while also trying my best and trying to be entertaining.
Well, I've told you a time or two, like when I'm watching that, because it's probably my favorite watch. I like that one, and I like the observation one.
Yeah,
too.
That's
great, just because you get like crazy demon babies popping out of toilets.
Exactly.
It's just like that always cracks me up.
Who put him in there?
Well, your comments on that is even better,
right?
But when I'm doing the GeoGuessr thing, like when you talk about doing podcasting and more specific gaming,
Yeah.
being able to drive engagement obviously is an important part of it. And with games like this, I think you do that.
Yes, I agree.
And so I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, the flag,"
Yeah.
and then like you breeze right by. No, the flag.
You missed an obvious hint, idiot.
Exactly. I just sit there, but that's why I love it.
Those same feelings you just mentioned are the same feelings I get editing those videos. Like, I edit it, and like I comb through, I'm like cutting out silence and intro and outro and all that, and I'm like, oh my, like jaw hits the floor. I'm like, oh my god, I missed the free hint. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get flamed for this. Oh shit.
But if it's all in good fun and comedy, then it's
Absolutely.
But yeah, I love your stuff, dude. So
Thank you.
Once again, let them know where they can find you.
Aiden Spelled the Right Way on YouTube. I believe it's... Oh, I don't remember the URL. It's like youtube.com/@713Maloney or something like that. If you look up Aiden Spelled the Right Way, but you have to spell it the right way, you will find me.
You will find me.
You'll find me. It's like one of those protagonists.
And I will kill you.
Yes. Well, I was just about to say like a protagonist in a spy movie.
Yep, exactly.
When you need me, you will find me.
You will find me. Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I have been known to be wrong a couple of
it must be genetic
times. Well,
yeah.
Oh my god! So we did a thing called Town's Time Forgot.
Yes,
and I think that's on that page.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
it's on that very same channel. Our very first vlog, if
you
will.
Yeah, it was. Well, I've got time coming up this summer, and I think we got to do volume 2. I thought the first one, despite doing a first one, because you know how like clunky or clumsy it can be at certain times.
Sure, and like audio issues and
things audio
like that.
issues.
Yeah.
But I thought like overall,
I thought it was great.
I thought it was good. It had kind of my sense of humor. Our interaction with the public was great.
Yes.
And like your production style, like I kept telling Aiden, I'm like, hey, do you want to do some of this? And he's like, nope, I'm happy right where I'm at. And so just Aiden kind of producing behind the scenes, but perhaps we'll do maybe some more things where he and I can kind of interact.
Yes, I agree.
Together on that, because I think that like in the next iteration, I think that could be pretty good.
I agree. Yes, Times Town Forgot Part Deux will be upcoming.
Our Gilman love affair, is that what it's going to be?
Oh my goodness. Gilman, Illinois, we're coming for you.
We should.
In more ways than one.
In more ways than one.
Bit weird, but hey.
Bit weird. You know, it's
our special month, and we're going to do what we want.
Whatever happens between me and Gilman, you just let it be.
We're going to visit that public bus stop that's on the front page of your Wikipedia.
It's great. I mean, you just think of so many towns.
Like Gilman, Illinois, like landmarks at big bus stop. It's like, thank God.
That's it, right? I mean, if you have, for example, if you have a Chicago page, right, you're going to have the skyline and the lake. I mean, even Valparaiso, Indiana, you're going to have, like, Lincoln Way and all the bars and restaurants, or Central Park. Like, there's things like they've got a bus stop, and I'm like, oh, man.
I love that. I love that for you, Gilman. Yes. And I would love to be there.
Imagine how many people in Gilman are like, I love that bus stop.
I visit every day.
That is my favorite bus stop.
One of one bus stop in Gilman. It's my favorite too.
One of one, exactly. Yeah. The bus probably just like goes in a circle and just pulls up to the same bus stop.
Oh, shit. It like goes around one city block. It's like, well, now that your tour of Gilman is over, we're at the same bus stop. It's like, oh, thank God. How clever! My car is also parked here.
Wow, how about that? Yes.
They know tourism.
Could you take me to my car, please? Sure. Hang on 1 minute. No, literally. 1 minute. Actual 1 minute. But when we do it, we'll let you know. I think we got, for just a first one, I thought we got really good response out of it. So
I agree.
I think this could really be a home run. So I'm definitely hoping for it. But anyway, yeah, check out Aiden's stuff. It's really great. And it's been a hot minute since we were able to chat with you fine folks, and we're glad to be back here. Utilize the interviews that we do as a little bit of a break, which kind of helps too, because we kind of refresh and think about some things, add new segments, or just find different things to talk about. So I don't know, keeps it fresh for us, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely. Like the produce that gets the little mist at Julasco.
It's, we give ourselves the mist, for sure.
The Febreze brothers.
Febreze brothers.
Fresh start.
Fresh start.
It's the last one.
Last one, Alan. But at any rate, we appreciate you beautiful listeners out there. Thank you so much for listening each and every week. And but to be honest, like lately, at least for me, I'll get Aiden's take on it because I always love his counterpoints and perspectives and things of that nature. But I've had a little bit of crisis of faith. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a religious person. I grew up in a Catholic household.
Right.
Catholic high school, Jesuit education. And then I was like, okay, that was enough for me.
Got it.
I used the Catholics for their education. Now I'm good. I'm
skedaddle.
I'm going to skedaddle. So, but what I'm really talking about is more like spirituality, like being a spiritual person or just having faith in things that I can see, I can touch, I can communicate with, like friends or family.
Sure.
And lately I feel like my relationships are not equitable. Present company excluded, of course.
Word on God?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm more of a Frisbeetarian myself. George Carlin, R.I.P.
My man.
My man. I feel over recent years, I seem to put a lot more into my relationships, like emotional currency, than I ever get back. Okay, so the scales of justice are not necessarily tipped in my favor all the time. Now, there are a few that I know that I could count on the drop of a hat, or if I just need to get some shit off my chest, I can do that without any judgment. To listen, advice if warranted, that kind of stuff, right? So ideally, I don't know. You want like a minimum of like at least 5 people in your life who like you would consider ride or dies, you know?
Sure.
People that fight for you in rooms that you're not in. And people that can count on you and you can count on them, right?
Yeah.
So I thought I had a great network of people. And maybe in the whole scheme of things, maybe I'm just being, I don't know, overly sensitive to the way things are right now because things are in act. But
sure, that's fair.
And that could be a part of it. But I'm just not sure. I'm not going to say I don't. I'm just like, there's a little bit of uncertainty there. And I don't completely fault them. It's not like I'm like, oh, this bad person bad. I'm not saying that. I mean, some people I really cared about disappointed me more than words could even describe without question. Others, well, came down to like miscommunication or misunderstanding, whatever the case is. And then you have these people be like, oh, these are my fave 5 for sure. And then all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, where did 3 of those go? And it's like, I really counted on those people as part of it. Now they're all gone. Or just a very reduced kind of involvement in your life.
Sure.
And it's confusing. It's very confusing. So for some, there's just so much going on in the country, like I mentioned, the heck of this world, that everything you thought you knew, you didn't. Environments like this can change people and change attitudes and emotions. And I know I've changed over the course of the past couple of years, or past decade. I know, like, my battle with depression and anxiety has probably cost me a couple of friends and family, although I'm not worried as much about the family part as my parents passed away. And I've really never been super close to my siblings. So that isn't, it's more of a friend thing.
Sure.
For me. I think that's fair to say.
Friends of the family you choose anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I had a girl come up to me a few nights ago, as they do. And
my man.
I do okay. And she said, how do I do that? And I was a little confused. I was like, well, I'm sorry, what do you mean? She said, you have the best smile and laugh. She was sitting close enough to, excuse me, guys, to hear my conversation, right? So she said, I have the best smile and laugh, but the saddest eyes I've ever seen. And I just kind of shrugged my shoulders, and I told her, well, I like to keep people guessing. So
sure.
I'm pretty quick-witted.
A little quip.
Yep.
A little quip at the end.
So I'm good at that. And
I
deflect with a little quick wit. But, like, that stuck with me, and I thought about it kind of later. I'm like, if she thinks that, do other people think that too? I was kind of like, wow, that's kind of interesting.
Right.
So, where am I going with all this? I'm not even sure, but it's more of getting some things off my chest, but I'm also just kind of curious as to if others feel the same way. Because, as I said, I've had a rough decade-ish, probably a little less than a decade, maybe like 7 or 8 years, but just more so the past like 2 years. It's really kind of been a rough go. So I was just kind of curious, and at times you just feel lost or alone or unmotivated, and you just wonder, like, what's the point? Well, what am I doing?
Right.
And maybe I'm not the only person that wakes up on days like that and thinks the same thing. And you just sit there and you look at social media or the news or whatever, and you see senators being shoved to the ground for asking questions in a building he's allowed to be in.
Right.
And immigrants being rounded up like they're cattle, and Americans being played by wealthy and powerful people, and like all that makes me sad too. So that probably doesn't help this situation very much at all. And I've had a few friends say from like a personal level that like I invest too heavily into relationships and friendships, and by doing so you're almost guaranteed to be disappointed. So those are fair comments, but I love heart. I always have. It's something that I got from my dad. It's learned behavior. I know how he made people feel. And even as a kid and growing up, I wanted to do that.
Sure.
I'm like, wow, what a cool dude. And like that guy didn't look like he was having a great day, and my dad tried to cheer him up.
Right.
I'm like, that's awesome.
It's a G move.
It's a G move. So just know, if we're friends, I will go to battle with you every time. I'll have your back. I can't seem to help that I am sad or disappointed most of the time. So when you see me out and about and I'm joking and I'm smiling and I'm singing and I'm dancing, that is truly an Academy Award-winning performance, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Where's the Oscar?
I should have
Where's
an Oscar
the
by
Emmy?
Now. I should definitely have an Oscar by now, because
They should give you a Grammy for all those birthday songs you've cracked out.
I should.
Yeah.
I should. Yo. And I've done it live in front of people now.
Yes.
As Aiden knows, and this is weird coming from a guy who's been behind the microphone at a radio station for 8 years and podcasting here for several months now.
Right.
And I've been an MC and all that kind of stuff. But the idea of belting out anything in tune behind a microphone,
It's different.
It's different.
It's different.
It's terrifying
That's
to me.
why my music channel, 713, has been abandoned for a handful of years.
Yeah.
Because I have an entire album ready. I've got the music produced. I have the lyrics written. It's just sitting down in front of this same mic we're podcasting into that I don't feel as comfortable singing or rapping into.
Yeah.
It's just different. And it's tough to put into words why. I'm not afraid of being judged on my podcasting skills or communication skills or entertainment skills because I feel comfortable with those. Maybe it's one of those things where you just have to do it a handful of times.
Yeah. That's probably it.
And it's got to be it.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
It's got to be it. So maybe I just have to grow a sack and actually just record my stuff and upload it and just be okay with that.
Yeah, oh, for sure. You have to do it.
But it's the same vibe.
It really is, and it's so terrifying to me. But what I was going to mention is that I did sing Happy Birthday to this guy Cody, and I helped his girlfriend Jess throw a birthday party for him, I think.
Yeah.
And when I did it, my friend Joe he had performed that night. I hired him to perform, and he did a great job as usual.
My man.
And so I went up and I started to sing Happy Birthday at the microphone. And so he starts playing.
Oh no.
Here's the thing, though. He's like thinking standard Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
But I'm crooning.
Right.
It's like, happy birthday to you. And he's not playing that. He's playing something different. And I look at him, he looks at me, and we're like, oh, we're doing different things.
Oh, no.
I was like, shit. I'm like, happy birthday to you. And I just changed it immediately because I was like, well, that's what he's playing. That's what he knows. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
But
he should have followed your lead.
Yeah.
And gone a little bluesy, maybe.
Oh, that'd been good.
And followed the rhythm.
Yeah.
But hey, what do I know? I only produce music.
Oh, hey-oh.
Oh. My man Joe. Don't take no hate, but
no. And the funny thing about Joe is like, if I'd clued him in sure you'd have been fine.
I'm sure,
I'm sure you'd have been fine.
But happy birthday, but make it Frankie.
But make it, this is Frank,
Yeah,
this is Tony Bennett. This is, and it's hilarious, too, because it's like, oh, what do you like to listen to, Maloney? Oh, heavy metal and 90s rap. Huh? Because then I get on here and I'm like, fly me to the moon. And it's like, that's what I know how to sing. I'm sorry. That's
right.
That's all I've got.
Yeah.
That's
it's like
all
skills versus interest. They don't have to be the same.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and do Sweet Child of Mine. I might in my own car.
Right. But I'm going to sing it an octave down.
It's oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
Maybe two.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But, just wrapping up on the point of our little dialogue there. It's just...
Right.
It's just weird. And as a matter of fact, I've been chatting with my friend Melissa. She's a bartender out at a bar, Zombie Club in Crown Point. What's up, Zombie Club? One of my favorite places. And so we were chatting earlier, and because I kind of apologized. I went to this trivia thing that they had last night. And, I was in it for a while, and I just thought I would bring a different attitude to the game.
A little pizzazz?
Because it was Disney trivia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just going to be belligerent and noisy and just, and then every time he'd read something and, he'd read the answer, I'd be like, fuck. And it was just like...
Yeah.
So I just I brought that to the game,
It's like every time they ask a Disney question, you bring up, a DreamWorks character.
Exactly.
Oh, they say Shrek from Shrek 3?
Yeah, exactly.
No, sir.
No, that is incorrect. Well, my team name was Dory because Dory has short-term memory loss and forgets things. So
there you go.
I was like, yep, I'm Dory. I am definitely Dory.
Fair point.
But at any rate, I was telling her, I'm like, I was just like, I had fun doing the trivia thing. My boy Mitch showed up, Mitchell Rock, in the house.
My man.
So Mitch was there, and we were just chilling or whatever. He's really big into these THC drinks that they have now.
I've seen those around a lot recently.
So he's given up alcohol, and he just has a few of those, and he loves it.
Yeah. It's healthier. Yeah.
He loves it. So we were just chilling for a bit and talking, and then it was just like the mood just dipped so hard. It had nothing to do with that place, although the trivia thing was over, and so it got kind of slow. But
sure.
I just kind of sat there for a minute. I'm like, I want to leave. I want to go home.
Yeah.
And so I closed out, and that's what I did. But I thought it was really weird because it's a place I can close out easily.
Sure.
Or at least stay there till late.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually having a good time. I'm chatting with Melissa or some of the other bartenders, having a good time. And it was just it was such a weird vibe. I'm like, damn it. And I mean, it's not one thing. It's it could be work.
Compounding issues.
It's everything, right?
Yeah.
It's just personal things, relationship things, work things, and it's just these things compound, and it kind of builds up. And I think I've used this analogy before. It's kind of like being on a roller coaster.
Sure.
But the difference is it's not like the American Eagle, that super big...
That
wooden one,
Six Flags
Six
original,
Flags in Gurnee, Illinois, where the highs are super high, and even if the lows come down, you're gonna end up back. But see, the highs aren't super high for me, but the lows get really low.
Sure.
So it just you look for all right, I need that balance.
Yeah.
Because everybody has highs and lows. So me saying, I get these lows, everybody's probably join the freaking club.
Right.
But for me, at least, it's the highs aren't super high, and they don't last very long. And then the lows are just whoa, is that Maloney down in the cavern? It's
or
oh no, that's what it is, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I play these guessing games and trying to figure it out, and I haven't yet.
No, it's very tough, and I don't have the same life experience that you do. I've got a quarter century under me belt, and it's kind of depressing to phrase it like that. I'll just stick with 25 years.
There you go.
I've got 25 years under my belt, so I don't have the same life experience or experiences rather. But as far as you were mentioning earlier, friendships and how they come and go or change in general.
Yeah.
And that kind of struck me as well, because I from middle school age and before, I have zero of those friends I have today.
Sure.
And in high school, I had, because I was homeschooled, I had my homeschool cooperative school friends, and I had my high school baseball friends.
Yep.
And of those, I maybe have two.
Two baseball friends left, yeah.
Realistically, one, because I don't hardly see any of the other ones, so I can count that as one. And then beyond high school, I did a semester and a half of college, so none of that really developed any friendships for me. But I have some extracurricular homeboys, if you will, and I just I don't have that same like revolving door, 5 main homies and then some leave and some come back type deal. So I'm not sure what that's like, but I do know from my personal experience of having like one high school friend and having maybe 2 or 3 close, I guess, college age friends.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't necessarily, and of course I don't necessarily go out to social events as frequently as you do, but it's difficult to weigh loyalty and respect because they're not quantifiable.
That's true.
Yeah. It's easy to say like, oh, the last time we hang out it didn't feel the same. Well, they don't know specifically what you're going through. You don't specifically know what they're going through either. So it's kind of tough to know whether it was an off day for them, whether it was an off day for you and you didn't quite realize it till afterwards. So I know, and I know that's a thing for me too. That's why I bring it up, because there have been times where I'll hang out with the homies and I'm like, fuck, I feel like something's not right.
Yeah.
But then I'll go home and I'll take a moment to be introspective and I'll realize, okay, it was me that was not right. Like I wasn't in it the way they were in it. So
yeah,
that's kind of been a realization of me of like, I have lost friends before, and that's fine. That, friends come and go, especially if they're like, I hate to use the word auxiliary to determine friendships, but they're the ones that are like around sometimes and like, you just stop hearing from them and you're tired of being the one reaching out first. It's like, okay,
exactly.
Well, they'll reach out if they're interested. I'm done. And that's okay. Okay.
And I feel that way too.
Yeah.
I really do. Like there are just like some friends that you put that effort into in terms of like, once again, being the planner, being the guy like, hey, let's do this, let's do that, the initiator. Yeah. And whatever, like in a good friendship, probably should be more like 50-50, right?
Sure.
But a lot of times then you're just like, whoa, this is more like 90-10.
Yeah.
That's you're just issue. Like, I don't know what's up here. And you just kind of be like, all right, well, I mean, if I'm just kind of doing all the work here, then maybe it's this juice isn't worth the squeeze.
Right. Exactly.
That's kind of the way that works. But
no, I agree.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
And I know another point you brought up moments ago was the fact that outside influences can absolutely play a part on how you interact with friends and people in general, whether it be global issues, international news, national or local news. It could be the economy, which has been dog shit forever for working Americans. That absolutely plays a part. That's one of the many reasons I don't go out as much. I don't go out to bars or pubs or restaurants as much. I don't hardly see any of my close friends as much anymore. It's just like everything seems so daunting.
Yes.
It's like a dark black cloud in the distance that's not your responsibility that it's there.
Correct.
It just simply is there. You've got World War III hanging in the balance. You've got an entire working class of 300 million Americans that are paycheck to paycheck. It's like that is a weight that no individual, let alone one of 300 million individuals, should have to carry, and yet it's always there.
Correct.
It's always there. So that's an issue that plays a part too. And I know there are mental health professionals out there that can help, and talking about it helps in general too. But we're in a country where none of that's covered. You're paying $100 an hour to have someone advise those types of thoughts.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you don't have $100 an hour to give, You simply have to just deal. Just
it.
deal and cope. So it is tough. And I know a lot of people are going through it, but we're going through it individually.
Correct.
And that's another issue too. That's actually a side effect of social media, which you also brought up earlier.
Yeah.
Is that because we're, in air quotes,
Yep.
so connected through social media, through a screen, everything feels more like, it's just,
That's true.
just me. So it's just tough. It's just tough. So I don't know how to advise people. I'm not I'm not licensed, but I do have my brain cells which occasionally fire in a logical manner. So I would just say, see friends when you can, let them know that they're appreciated, and know that if they're close friends and they are dear to you, they will of course do the same. But yeah, no one out there is alone. No one's going through this alone. If you feel like you are, feel free to reach out to us. I mean, we always open our doors for people checking in through Carpe DMs and letting us know, like, what's your review preview? What have we slept on?
Sure.
You know, what's your take on the top 10 list? Let us know how you're feeling too.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Yeah, definitely. And God, this was January 2024 now, and I was in a bad way, and then, kind of fast forward past that, and I thought it would be very good for me to tell my story, but the way we did it was I asked Aiden here to come up with a bunch of questions to ask me.
That's right, yeah. I remember.
And I told him that I didn't want to know what the questions were.
Right.
And I thought that potentially could be difficult, but that I felt not only was that going to be good for me, but that it might be good for people listening to the radio show to be able to hear someone who's going through it, who's depressed,
right,
for various reasons,
and to hear some questions they might need to answer themselves.
Correct.
Yeah,
that was the idea. And I think we had so many people that chimed in that just said they loved it and said it was really brave what we did and this and that. And then, with as unsure as I felt about the bit, because I'm like, man, not sound right or just break down.
Sure.
It ended up being a really good session, and people loved it.
Yeah.
They really did. So
I agree.
So it's nice to kind of come on here and with our extended family, the Mark Mo Show family, and share these things with you. And by all means, I mean, we are not therapists. We don't claim to be.
No. Don't take this as medical advice.
Exactly. It is not medical advice at all.
But we may have some clever quips, but we are not licensed.
If you just want a friendly conversation and that sort of stuff, we're here for you. We're here to listen to you. If you need someone, we are here.
Absolutely.
Is what we're saying.
Yeah.
For sure. But, so that was quite the opening.
I agree.
That's quite the opening, but we had a lot to say.
We did have a lot to say, and we have a lot of social security numbers to collect. So
indeed, we do.
If you want to hop on that, hey, everyone's doing it.
Everyone's
doing it.
Yep,
just send us your social security number, the
credit card numbers.
Yeah, funny 16 numbers on the front, the 3 numbers on the back.
Maybe make sure you do it.
Expiration date,
all that good stuff.
It's quick, it's easy, and it's free.
Yeah. And if you want to look at your life insurance and make us the beneficiary,
that'd be so great.
It'd be great.
It'd be really good for you, specifically, the lovely listener, if you were to do that. Hit us up.
Absolutely. We are here to help take your money.
God bless America.
All right, we're taking a quick break. Carpe Diem coming up. We are back, everybody. Welcome back. Mark Mo Show. Thanks for joining us. We had a rather long but interesting dialogue at the beginning.
Curious, if you will.
Curious, indeed.
Quite. Indubitably.
We talked about a lot of stuff, but more importantly, just being in a funk, man, and lots of reasons why. And so we kind of talked about that a little bit. But at any rate, this is the part of the show where we get our DMs on. Carpe Diem. You guys send us your DMs, and we read them on the show. And, because Could just be statements. It could be. We get questions. We definitely get questions.
We get questions.
We will probably answer them.
We're not contractually obligated to.
We are not.
But
That's fair.
if we're feeling generous, and you're one of the people that shot us your social and credit card info, you might have an in.
Might have an in.
We're not saying we're biased,
Right.
but we have a bias towards those who
Exactly.
send us their credit card information.
Credit card information. You got some Frosty coupons. Now we're talking.
It's one of those keychains that gives you a free a mini Frosty every day.
Let's go.
Holy.
We'll be best friends.
Oh, we'll be best friends.
No doubt. I mean, we'll be best friends. I don't know, allegedly. And now you won't be in my fave 5.
No.
See our conversation
You might
10
be in
minutes
the
ago.
top 30 or 40.
But it'll get you there.
Exactly.
It'll get you there.
You're in the
for sure.
running.
You're
You're on the hot seat.
you're giving me Frosties. You're definitely on the hot seat for sure.
You're like dingling a keychain full of those Frosty codes.
Oh my God.
And it's like the voice where you have to press a button to turn them around to make
Yes.
you one of their favorites.
Exactly.
It just depends how many Frosty codes you have for us.
Right. I think that's fair.
Yeah. I think we're not sponsored by Wendy's, but
Wendy's, if you're listening,
Wendy's nuts slap your chin.
we like that Baconator.
My man.
We like that chicken Sammy.
That's Sammy.
It was good.
Dave's I'm a Dave's triple man.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I
Like
love
that
that
Dave's
big
triple?
beef.
Who doesn't? I have. I'm going to start off with my DMs. The first one I got was from @JuanAndreas.
Oh my man.
Hey all, we're good here in LA. Most of the cops are cool. There's always going to be a few idiots. Fire department supports us. Mayor and governor are cool. Fuck ICE and fuck Trump.
My man. My man.
So
you know
Juan
there's-
Andreas,
Juan,
speaking truth.
my brother. There's a reason there's no song called Fuck the Fire Department.
Right.
Fuck
That's
the
fair.
Police
Yeah,
is a reason they made that song.
there is. Yeah.
You know? So, hey, yo, shout out local fire departments.
That's right.
Salutes to you.
No doubt. No doubt about it. And next one, @BlazinBilly34.
Oh, no.
My guys, great show. Who are some of your favorite bands right now? And can you guys please talk more music?
Brother. First of all, thank you for checking in.
Yeah, absolutely.
My man, Billy.
We can always talk music.
William, if you prefer. I love music. I know you love music.
Yeah.
I love both making and listening to music. It's kind of a loaded question. What bands am I into? Bands or artists am I into recently?
I know.
I've been into a lot. The 2024 Childish Gambino album.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of recently. Brando Stone and the New World is what it's called. Fantastic album. I love that a lot. I've been listening to a lot of Chevelle
Have you?
and Stained recently. Kind of that emo, grungy kind of rock is right up my alley. On top of, I've been listening to a lot of Kendrick Lamar still. You know, not to be late to the party, but I've been on that horse since we rode through
since day one.
Since day one, right? So I've been listening to a lot of Kendrick still. I've been big on the Freddie Dredd as well.
Oh, have you?
Yes, it's hip hop esque, but it's this little Canadian white boy that's doing it.
Okay.
And it's kind of this like funky hip hop mishmash, but the beats go hard.
Do they?
That's where I think he produces them himself too.
Oh, interesting.
The beats go hard, so I've been into that a lot recently as well.
That's interesting. I've been getting into Incubus a little bit.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I've been liking them. KG Elephant. I'm a huge fan.
Big on that neon pill.
I am, and
Yeah.
I used to really be big into metal, and I mean, I still am. It's just, and I've said this before. I feel alt rock has really had a good 3 or 4 or 5 years here, where they've just put so many good songs together.
I agree. Yeah.
And I've really liked what they're doing. Foo Fighters, of course.
Yes, there
Foo
you go.
Fighters have definitely got to be on there for sure. But there's just so many bands that I've listened to. Glass Animals,
Yes.
I think is a fair one to put on there. Yeah, just so many. Gosh, I'm even trying to think. Oh man, That's why my team name was Dory.
Right. I forgot.
Yeah, man. That's why my team name is Dory. Matt Mason, he's good. Oh gosh, Dropkick Murphys. I almost blew that one. But there's so many. Dexter and the Moonrocks, another really good band.
So revisiting a lot of the Weezer Blue album recently. Yeah. A lot of the old Weezer, and then we were just
Jack White.
Yes, yeah, we were talking about that off air about the upcoming Riot Fest in Chicago.
Yep.
Where, of course, the aforementioned artists are going to be there, and the Weezer and AJR collabs, I've been into a lot recently as well, and it'd be kind of cool if they did that on stage. Is all I'm gonna say.
Just saying, guys.
Yes.
Keep that.
It's just a thought. Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Stone Temple Pilots and Green Day, too. Have to throw them out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Have to.
Yeah, you have. But, yeah, man, those kind of... And then I get in periods where I kind of listen to Ghost, and then I don't, and then I listen to Ghost some more. I'm not sure I really vibe with their latest music.
Yeah.
It's a little bit poppier than I like. I kind of like the stuff that sounds more like Blue Oyster Cult.
Sure, yeah.
Like their original stuff is really good, and they have like some really good hooks to it, and so I rather enjoy some of the older, if you could say older, some of the older Ghost albums for sure. But yeah, so that's if that's
yes, we love talking music. If you couldn't tell,
Blaze and Billy will take care of you. We'll try to do a little bit more music talk for you. This one is going to rock your socks, my man.
Oh, here we go.
At Jimmy Bag of Donuts.
Oh, been a while.
It's been a while.
Been a while. Speak of Stained.
And I love how he writes like he talks. Hey there, guys. Long time. Can we talk sports?
Oh, do you want to?
You want to?
You sure?
I have a cheesy beef waiting for you at the Cheesy Beef Emporium.
My man.
Can the Cubs win the NL pennant? Things are looking good, my friend.
My friend, indeed. What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
I love that Jimmy's still...
Yeah.
Been a while. Yeah, Jimmy, we appreciate you. He was a huge part of our old sports show.
Yeah.
And, yeah, glad you're still listening in.
Still here, yeah. Yeah. What a man. I think you're thinking small. To be fair, not to be rude, I think a pennant would be a plus.
That's fine.
I think winning the World Series is what we're shooting for.
What's on
the north side?
What's that line in the movie Major League? We're just gonna have to win the whole fucking thing. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially how they started off and they had a great April against really good teams. I'm like, no, let's just...
We got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And last one, at Stoner Stanley.
Oh, of course.
420. Hello, Alan and Momo.
Hello,
So
Stan.
high in the sky.
I don't doubt it.
New batch is so very good. And
of course it is.
Did Kevum stop his working with balls and shafts? Oh, man. That is the way it gonna happen.
That it is, Stanley.
I love Stanley.
I like that he stays current with things.
He does.
If not a little bit behind. You know, because
just a smidge.
He's busy with his water bongs.
Yep.
Meant specifically and only for tobacco is how they have to sell them here in Indiana.
Tobacco only.
Tobacco use only.
What he does in New Buffalo, Michigan is completely up to him.
None of our business.
Right.
He's a legal citizen.
Indeed.
I'm glad your new strain is making you feel happy and healthy. Did he say healthy? I don't think he said healthy.
I think he said he was flying.
He's working with his balls.
So high in the sky.
Kevin's working with his balls.
Kevin's always working with his balls.
Not working with our balls anymore.
No.
Yeah, you're right. To keep it short and simple, you're right, Stan.
You're right, Stan.
Thank you for checking in.
Thank you, as always, for checking in, Stanley. Now, I imagine you got a few DMs over there, my guy.
Got a short handful here. From at Very Legal Upgrade Dealer. Asking, I give you one of these and only one. Would you rather be perfectly ambidextrous, have hyperacute reflexes, or recover from fatigue and injury 3 times faster? You get one upgrade.
Whew.
That's tough. And that, honestly, it kind of reminds me of like the upgrades and like stims and shit in like Cyberpunk.
Or when you're playing GTA 5 on 360, and there's all the, like, you can press like 20 certain buttons codes, and be like little cheat codes and be like, yes, I'm invincible, and the cops are just laying into you, and you're like, I'm sorry, pardon, what?
You cannot touch me.
What's going on? Was that your shotgun?
The tank rolls up, and you're like, oh, dare you.
I dare. Bring it.
Yeah. That's pretty good. So perfectly ambidextrous, I think it would be nice.
It would be nice.
But how to utilize it, I'm not sure. Yeah. You know, I'm not sure what skill, especially in this capitalist dog shit we live in, I'm not sure how to use that skill to further my life as we have to live it. But it would be nice. Recovering from fatigue and injury 3x faster, that's pretty solid.
That is solid.
I don't know, fatigue kind of comes and goes.
Yeah.
But like if I stub my toe, my toe's in pain for 20 minutes. It'd be kind of cool if it was closer to 7.
That would be less. Good. Right.
And then the one I was kind of interested in is hyperacute reflexes.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, if you talk like MMA fighters or esports professionals, like that's the type of hyperacute reflexes I'm imagining.
Yeah.
And that would be kind of fun. That'd be because it's a marketable skill.
It is.
You know, and it has its practical implications too.
Yeah.
Because you could be that like Spider-Man kind of person, like, oh, the vase is falling off the shelf. It's like, well, I already caught it and I didn't know yet. You know, it's almost like a spidey sense, but it's just your human reflexes actually tuned up to the point where they could be. But our brains just happen to be a little slower than we'd all like.
Sometimes that happens.
It does happen, and it's just biology. So I'm leaning towards hyperacute reflexes because I think that, for me, has more applicable intent.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. Yeah, you know, being that I'm older than you, and every morning I wake up, I play the game, ow, where's that coming from?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And then most times, I'm like, I didn't even know there was a part there.
Sure.
So if
You're telling me there's a tendon in my ass?
Right.
What the fuck?
Exactly. I'm like, wow, how did that happen?
Whomst.
Yeah, and so I think I'll take the recovery time.
3x faster is a major improvement.
It's improvement.
Yeah.
You know, especially because I get headaches too. And sometimes those headaches, I mean, sometimes they can just lay in for 4 or 5 or 6 hours. Mostly it's just a couple hours. But if I could take that couple hours and shrink that down to maybe 20 minutes.
That's not bad.
That's muy bueno.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I would dig that. Or 30 minutes, whatever. But
especially like a midday nap, the one that makes you feel refreshed.
Yeah.
Right? You're just like, oh, I just need to lay down for like an hour 30. And hey, what if we shrink that down to 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And you feel equally as good.
That's true.
You know, same vibe.
I love that.
So I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
That's what I'm going for.
Next one I got here, from our boy Hambone.
Hambone.
Do you guys actually enjoy ham, or am I interacting with the wrong show? Oh, Hambone, what happened, brother?
Hambone, let me answer this.
Go ahead.
You are interacting with the right show.
You are Hambone.
This is your show.
Yes. Mark Moe featuring Hambone.
And I will fuck with some ham.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
I'll fuck up some ham.
I mean, does it have to be bone in? Am I a little bougie that way? Maybe. But...
ham is ham.
You dice up some of that ham and put that into an omelet or something. I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
All about it. It's like that perfect mix of like slightly sweet meat, but then you get the salt. It's like, oh, salt.
Exactly.
My man.
It's perfect.
My ham.
You know who's not upset about my bouginess wanting to be at a bone-in ham? It's Hambone.
It's Hambone.
Yeah. He gets it.
It's in his name.
It's in his
Hambone.
name. He gets it.
Are you satisfied, Hambone?
I think he should.
Please keep checking
He should be, please. Yeah,
please.
We don't want to lose you, Hambone.
The final question I received here was a curious one from a fellow named Munchie Magician.
Oh.
I grant thee... Oh, let me... I'll try and impersonate Munchie Magician here. I grant thee one of my magical Munchie machines.
Ooh.
It's a free vending machine just for you. Would you rather have a snack machine or a drink machine?
That was good.
I added the little touch at the end.
I hope to God he sounds like that in real life.
Yeah.
That is amazing to me.
Snack machine.
Snack machine.
I mean,
a machine with
Yes.
just unlimited snacks.
seemingly, yeah, a free vending machine, unlimited, just for you. So I'm guessing
Or
if we're-
drinks? What kind of drinks are we talking?
Right. That's my question. Because
Is there like a Malort slot?
Right,
Is there a Jameson
right.
slot?
Is it the usual suspects, where like the snacks are like M&Ms and Snickers and
Sure.
Lay's? Or is it a snack machine where you get a hot slice?
That's what I'm saying.
Is
oh,
it-
I'm going to press the poutine button today.
Right. Is it a drink machine where you get the usual suspects, Coke, Pepsi, blah,
Right.
blah, blah? Or is it a drink machine where I could push a button and get a little PBR extra?
Get a little PBR extra, get a little rum and Coke,
Yeah.
get a little Malort.
That's my question. Right. Is it customizable to my wishes? And granted, he seems like a magician, a munchy magician.
So he could pull his shit
So
off.
it could be
Yeah.
to our desire.
Ooh.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I crave certain beverages more than I crave certain foods. Like if I'm craving a pizza, whatever, I'll get a pizza next time it's available.
Sure.
But if I'm craving a sparkling water and I don't have it, that's an issue. Because I want I don't want water out of my jug.
No.
I want a sparkling damn water.
That's fair.
And if I want a brewski, I'm finna have a brewski. Like, it just seems more urgent, you know?
Yes,
If I'm craving an iced coffee,
Yeah.
and I can push a button and get it,
Yeah.
that is miles more important than pushing a button and getting like a pepperoni slice. To me. Just to me.
What if that snack machine has cheese?
Oh, that's an issue too.
Yeah.
How
You're welcome.
How dare you defy my logic? I was so
right there.
I was so honed in.
You were breaking away. You're at the 20-yard line
man.
running in, dude.
Oh man, here's the thing, okay? We're not sponsored by this company, but I always talk them up because I simply shop there every week. Aldi has Cheez-Its.
That like their brand.
They have their brand and they have Cheez-Its.
Oh, okay.
They have both. And I shop at Aldi every week just to get groceries because, like, you have to do that, right? And I get the Cheez-It brand Cheez-Its. Even though their brand Cheez-Its are twice as large and only cost, like, I think it's 18 cents more or whatever the hell.
Right.
I just get the Cheez-It brand Cheez-Its, man. They just hit different.
It's a shit. Yeah.
But you know what? I'm still going drink.
You're going
I'm
to go
going
drink?
unlimited drink
Get that
machine
drink.
of my choice. And if I want a Malort shooter at 8 p.m. on a Friday night,
Get a Malort
I'm
shooter.
getting a Malort shooter, dude.
Yeah, no doubt.
A Maluter, if you
A
will.
Maluter.
Yeah.
I'm all for the drinks.
My man.
Like it's not even
My man. Not even close.
Not even close. And I get it. I'm a snacky guy. I like plain old Ruffles. I like
Not that
Cheez-Its.
not that it's a snack, but what if the snack machine could also produce you a fillet from Ruth's Chris?
Oh, ass.
So you fuck me with the Cheez-Its.
Yeah, you got me, and you knew right where to go. You knew right where to go, like an Olympic fencer that just went right for the heart. Ha ha, touche or not touche?
Huzzah.
Not touche. What is that? A whatever the hell they say. I don't know.
Pirouettes? I don't know.
Pirouettes.
That's a little cookie, isn't
No,
it?
that's another snack.
That is a good snack.
That is a really good snack.
Yeah, they have the hazelnut ones too. Fuck.
Oh, dude, the hazelnut ones are so good.
Yup.
Oh man,
Imagine.
Yeah, like pushing a button and that big old tomahawk just comes sliding out of there. Are you kidding me right
Perfectly mid-rare.
now? Oh, stop it.
It's like still 100 degrees coming out the vending machine.
Oh, just like sizzling coming. Oh my god.
Sounds like a fajita plate.
Dude, you're so mean.
They call me the sway man.
The sway man?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, sway man.
They don't call me that.
And-
They don't call me at
well,
all.
they're going to now. They're going to now. All of our friends down there in
Oh, look at this fancy man,
the
Mr.
fancy
Sway.
man, Mr. Sway man. Oh yeah, all the what's our island friends down there? The
Curacao.
Curacao.
God bless.
Yeah, we're gonna go down there someday, and we will. And we're gonna come see you.
My
all
man,
you
give
people,
us that sweet blue, baby.
give it that sweet blue, and they're gonna come down there. They're going to be like, "Oh, Mark Moe and Sway Man." And you will have done that to yourself.
You know what? I've had worse nicknames.
That's true. That is a good point. That is a really, really good point. I'm sticking with the drinks.
I don't blame you. I was just trying to sway you. I don't blame you.
You almost did.
My man.
Almost did. So that was Carpe Diems. We have the other foods that Aiden does every week. That is just what it sounds like. It's the other foods. It's not burgers. It's not chicken. It's not a salad. It's not any of that.
Might not be tasty.
These are very, very, very unique foods, primarily other parts of the world.
Yes.
And I am very interested to hear what you have for us
this
today.
one I found particularly foul because it's from one of the worst places on earth, France.
St. Louis?
Oh, you know. Well, St. Louis.
We love you, St. Louis.
St. Louis is the France of the United States.
That's okay.
So
Okay, that's
just
fair.
without the class. This comes out of
baguettes.
France,
Right.
or Franc, if you will. This is called ortolan.
Ortolan?
Ortolan.
Okay.
Spelled Ortolan. Ortolan.
Okay.
Quote, this is from the Disgusting Food Museum.
Oh, okay.
A wonderful blog. Killing and cooking this delicate songbird is banned across the European Union. However, French chefs are lobbying for its reintroduction to French cuisine.
No.
Because of course they are. Those who have eaten the tiny birds applaud the hazelnut flavors. This is all quote. This is not me. Hazelnut flavors and rich gaminess of the meat, and famous chefs have described the eating experience as close to ecstasy, which I just can't see happening. The captured orlatans are kept in cages and tricked into thinking it's night by removing their eyes.
No.
Leading them to overeat and fatten. They're then drowned alive in a vat of armagnac and cooked. Thanks, France. The ritual of eating this French, quote, delicacy includes covering one's head with a napkin to hide from God while eating.
Oh, what?
While eating the bird whole, feet first.
Oh, you need to hide from God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah. An estimated 30,000 birds are captured and sold illegally every year, despite a €6,000 fine for hunting the birds. The population is still decreasing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That's France, baby. That's France.
Eating the ortolan bunting.
Yeah.
Baby bird. Songbird. Chirp, 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 chirp. Clack. Yep.
It tastes like hazelnut.
Oh.
Okay, France.
Whatever. Ooh. French. We love you. Please listen to us, maybe.
Not even platonically.
No,
Not
I
even
know.
platonically.
We try. We really try. I like your
I mean, the
champagne
social awareness is grand and all, but like, what's with the birds and the snails? You know?
Yeah, no, that's got no.
Yeah,
no.
escargot
What are you
the fuck
doing?
away.
Right, exactly. All that farmland, and you can't have a cow, steak.
Yeah.
You grow some corn. I don't know.
Cook up a fillet? No, I'd rather eat the snail. Oh, what's it taste like? Oh, slime? Oh, I figured.
Caviar.
Yeah.
No.
Fish eggs? No, thanks.
No. All right, taking a quick break. When we come back, our feature segment, You Just Made the List. All right, we are back, everybody, from that break, and it is time for our feature segment, You Just Made the List. That is our top 10 list. We go 10 through 2 with our big number 1 reveal. And the only rule... Wait, no, I think there's...
Gotta check that last page in there, too.
I mean, it's the small print. Oh, yeah, there it is. There are no rules.
Thank God.
There you
I was
go.
worried for a second, too.
Yeah, I think there is one rule. And
what's that?
There's no rules.
There's no rule. Right.
Right.
Paradoxical in nature.
Indeed.
But considering it doesn't fall under the no rules policy,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't.
They always ask me. They always ask us.
Right.
Do it matter? that it's paradoxical?
Nope.
I don't fucking know. It's not against the rules.
It's not against the rules.
No.
It's not against the rules, you know? The way I look at it is if that one bite everybody knows the rules guy can take 18 bites of pizza
Right.
before he gets his... then we're good.
Right.
We're golden. We're fine on this end. It's perfectly fine. Well, Aiden, why don't you start off with your list? And,
what's the list?
It is best podcasts at the moment. And I say at the moment
okay.
because we've done it a couple of times, but it can change. You know, in the world of podcasting, could be a new one that comes up, and you're just like, oh, that is fire. And you sit there and you listen to it. It's great. And then some that just, they fall off for one reason or another.
That's
so
true.
I think we're due for a review.
Yes.
So I'm interested to
agree.
see how yours is at the moment.
My 10 through 2, number 10,
Yes.
is a podcast called Go My Favorite Sports Team,
Oh, all right.
which is a comedy/sports podcast
Okay.
with a YouTuber named Tyler and a YouTuber named Mark, better known as Markiplier.
Ah.
And it essentially started, the way it started was Tyler's a big sports guy.
Okay.
And Mark is not. So it essentially started as like Tyler explains to Mark in detail how American football works
Oh.
over an hour. And of course, Markiplier being the, goofy YouTube comedian he is, he's like, I don't fucking get it. This sounds dumb. And of course, by the end of it, he's like, "Oh, but they just only needed 2 more yards." It's one of those. So it's
I
like
love it.
it's
That's funny.
clever. You've got your knowledgeable guy, you've got the foil. It makes perfect sense.
Yep.
And as it's progressed, they get into more detail. So they'll talk about specific Olympic events or, more regional events coming up. They'll talk about Australian football, which, by the way, sounds awesome. They'll talk about cricket, and I'm like, holy shit, cricket sounds cool as hell. So it's like you get the knowledge, but then you get the comedy. It's like edutainment specified to be sports.
Yep.
And I find that awesome. Number 9 on my list, not to get a big chest or whatever they say, is AK209, which is on a indefinite hiatus, I guess, because
Kevin's spelunking.
I don't know. Yeah, Kevin's busy in his holes, but I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, I like my own podcast because of me. No, I enjoy what we did on AK219. I thought it was really fun and good, and like we still get listeners, even though we haven't uploaded in damn near 2 months now.
Yeah.
We still get listeners. Like there's people yearning for it, or new people trying to check in. It's like it'd be kind of cool if it came back, hey?
Yeah.
But I really like it. I like producing it. I like editing it. I mean, I get to hear the crazy jokes we made from last night type of thing. So that's very fun. Number 8 on my list is a podcast called Very Really Good. A YouTuber named Curtis Connor. Very entertaining guy, Canadian. Canadian man that doesn't like hockey.
Oh, wow.
Hard to find.
That's shocking.
Yeah, but believe it or not, AK219, me and Kevin, actually went to a live show many, many years ago, probably close to 5 years ago,
Okay.
if not 6. And we saw a live show with Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, and Curtis Connor. And he opened the show with about a half-hour comedy routine. I thought it was hilarious. There was one joke where he ragged on hockey. Immediately killed Kevin's mood. I'm like, bro, fucking lighten up. Like, he's not ragging on hockey to rag on hockey, or you specifically. He's a Canadian that doesn't like hockey. That's the joke. Whatever. I think it's a fantastic podcast. He has great guests on. Number 7 on my list, The Edge of Sleep.
Oh.
It is a horror story podcast. The story's finished by now, so they, of course, haven't uploaded in however long. But it is a fantastic listen. They turned the podcast into a TV show, is how like thorough and fantastic the plot is.
Yeah.
So I would still recommend the podcast. I know the TV show is out. I think it's for free on like Tubi or something like that.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, if you can watch it. If you can listen, choose to listen. I thought it was fantastic. Number 6 on my list, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Aw, I'll be your friend.
Or nor. Yeah, have us on. Conan,
us on.
at Conan, hit us up.
Dude, we will kill. We will kill.
Yeah, we'll tell you all about the Midwest. It's called Mid for a reason. Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, easy 6. I mean, Conan would rank probably number 1 of all late night hosts. I think we even did that once, didn't we?
I think we did.
Or we were thinking about that.
Yep.
Well, one of those two. Anyway, Conan O'Brien's fantastic.
Yep.
Number 5 on my list is Brain Leak, comedy podcast. They are also on a indefinite hiatus. They kind of canceled, well, not canceled, but they did this indefinite hiatus because the one host, Ethan Nestor, lives in L.A., and the other host, Sean McLaughlin, lives in Ireland.
Oh, geez.
I'm sorry, UK now. Okay. So, yeah, they couldn't really make it work, but I thought it was hilarious. Number 4 on my list, The Mark Moe Show.
Get out of here.
And I know.
Get out of here.
I know. It's kind of, another thing I'm on. Hey, 2 of the things you're on made the shit list. Like, book you.
Hey, if you're good, you're good.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Pat ourselves on the back.
I know. I hurt my arm doing that.
I think we make a good show.
3-hour, whatever
right.
it is. 3x ceiling.
3x ceiling, yeah. Oh, patting ourselves on the back. Number 3 on my list, Aaron is the Funny One.
Oh.
Which is a fun comedy duo of husband and wife. They're one of them's a YouTuber, the other one lives in or works in corpo America, but also has a really hilarious Twitter account.
Yeah.
So it's Jack and Aaron, and Jack is the better known as Jack's Films, is the YouTuber with about 5 million subscribers.
Oh, jeez.
Funny guy, really, like, and he's, like, for the community, too. Like, he calls out, like, content thieves, like the ones that upload, like, stolen memes or...
I get it.
Like, the stolen valor of the content world, essentially. He'll call them out, and he'll make a bingo game out of their, like, stolen content. I'll be like, oh, shitty edit, or, like, talking over the original content, no credit given, like things like that. So really, like, a fantastic guy. But the joke is, Aaron is the funny one, is that the wife is funnier than him, even though he's remarkably more popular and present on the internet.
Yeah.
So I find it hilarious. Number 2 on my list, Super Mega Show. Now, Super Mega, of course, another YouTube channel. Interesting how that works, but I find them remarkably entertaining, and they've had kind of a reboot over the last year of this. Their previous podcast, I think it was Super Mega Show, or Super Mega Cast, turning into the Super Mega Show. They are hilarious together. Their chemistry is damn near unmatched, and if you're looking for a giggle, kind of a Gen Z giggle, I would recommend that.
That's awesome. That is quite the list, sir.
I will reserve my number 1.
All right. I'm going to start mine out with a tie at the top. Number 10. I have Travel Ruby. She's on YouTube primarily, and she has these podcasts where she goes and tries different hotels, different buffets. all this.
You were telling me about that.
I really like her. Yeah. She was originally from Wisconsin. Her and her boyfriend went out there. I think they might be married now. And so they went out there together, and they used to go on vacation, but now they moved out there, which is kind of a smart thing, because once you monetize, if that's your employment, if that is
true, right,
your moneymaker, it makes sense for them to just be there.
Yep.
And so they're there, and they'll do a lot of the regular big casinos, but they also kind of do the off-strip kind of stuff too. And like they'll revisit places, or like if they hear, oh, so-and-so got a renovation, they'll go and they'll check it. So she does like a really good job, but then she like plays games too, and then she'll be like, well, this one hits for us a little bit more, and if you do play this game like this, so like it's really good.
That's neat.
It's really good, and you get that Midwestern folksy kind of Wisconsin, charm,
yes.
as it were. Yeah, I would agree.
I will add, before you continue, the way you said Wisconsin reminded me of the fact that Lil Jon, there's a verse of Lil Jon rhyming the word mansion with Wisconsin.
Oh, no.
Wisconsin. But he said mansion and then Wisconsin.
Yes,
the way you said that, I'm like, oh my God, it's a Lil Jon.
Yeah. What? Oh, that is too funny.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, man. Yeah, also tied with Travel Ruby is Baby Blue or Blue Tube. She's this young girl, maybe like 21, 22, whatever. She's been doing this for years already, though. And she's got Twitch, she's got YouTube, she's got a lot of stuff like that.
I feel like I've heard of this person, yeah.
She kind of... Her persona is very much of like anime, like how she dresses and kind of how she does her little vibe or whatever. But like most of her stuff is like she'll do like videos that are like blooper reels. She'll do a lot of American Dad. She'll do Family Guy, and she does a lot of stuff like that. And it's a trip. She's really funny because she kind of has that young girl kind of innocence to her, and like when there's just this blue comedy, like this really dark joke, it's like her reactions are the reason you watch it. It's hilarious. So she's good. Number 9, even though I take issue with some of his guests, there's a lot of times where he has like regular Hollywood dudes. He's had Bernie Sanders on, he's had people like that, and when he has regular guests on and he's not being a right-wing stooge, he's actually really funny, is Joe Rogan Experience. And like I said, if he has Trump or he has like anybody,
Elon Musk,
all that shit, I don't fuck with that. Like if I see an episode and then that's who's on, I don't listen, I don't care. But like I said, one time he had Bernie on, I listened to it. I thought it was great. I'm like, and it blows my mind how it's like, how can you have that interview with that dude that way and then talk to that guy,
right?
And just sit there and just have this love fest. Like it kind of is. It's very curious to me how he does that.
Right.
And so I don't know how he does it. I did forget one guy because I know he's not on my list, and I just thought about him because he's somebody I actually do like very much. It's Pat McAfee.
Oh, there you go.
So I want to put Pat on there. So Pat, we'll have him tie with Joe. So we're going to put Pat up there. I think he's absolutely hilarious. He does the wrestling thing. He does college football. But he does his own show. He does his own podcast. And he's just hilarious. And it's like the way he talks about sports, it's pretty good.
Yes. He's a goofy goober, and he's won some WWE matches himself.
He really has.
Yeah.
And when he played, he was a goof.
Yeah.
But like, he was a punter. And he would punt. And he would run faster than everybody else because he wanted to put the first lick on the guy.
Right.
I got to respect that. You know, he always just kind of like walked like Vince McMahon, like all over the field. And I'm like, our guy's not wanting to just clock it. Right. He had such swagger. So I do appreciate that dude because he just loves life. Number 8, Mary Cherry. She does a lot of movie reviews. She's really good. Magic Maggie Reactions. It's her and her friend Laura. And they do a lot of movie and TV shows and stuff. But they're in Eastern Europe. So they have a little bit of broken English, and their understanding of Western culture a little bit kind of slides, but it's funny that way.
Right.
And so I do like that.
That's good.
Natalie Gold, she is, I think she was originally from Philly. She's out in LA now, and she used to be in movies. So they used to be like behind like your grips, your gaffers, all that. Like she used to be with the production crew, so she understands movies.
Okay.
So it's really cool to get her perspective on them because she's been involved in production.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
fun.
like that. So I really do appreciate that. Vicuña, she is also, I think she's on the East Coast, and she's in New York, I believe. And same deal. Does a little bit of gaming content, especially on Twitch, but mostly movie reviews and stuff. So watching her stuff is really good. Popcorn in Bed. It's these two sisters, and they sit in bed and they watch. Oh,
you were telling me about that.
And they watch movies, and it's pretty great. They watch all different sorts of movies, and as a matter of fact, they did such a great job. They got invited by Tom Cruise and the producers of the Mission Impossible movies, and not this last Mission Impossible one, Dead Reckoning or whatever it's called, or Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
They went to the Dead Reckoning. They got to go to the premiere.
That's cool.
So I thought that was really awesome. Number 3, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Yeah, there you go.
I think Conan was one of the funniest late night guys maybe ever, and it was really natural with him. Like his humor is natural. He's very much like I am with my humor, very reactive, and I appreciate that. And number 2, Aiden, spelled the right way.
Oh, my man.
Gaming content for days.
And
I'll save my number 1.
My man.
Yeah, but that's what I got. So
our number one reveals.
It's that time.
Oh my goodness. Number one on my list. And by the way, I will let the viewers at home know, I peeked. I peeked. I saw your number one.
Oh, no.
I did. Here's the thing.
What?
It's not my number one, but I was going to add them to my list.
Were you?
I was going to, and I'm like, oh man, where do I fit them in? They would have been on my list, and I'm just going to say preemptively, your number one gets an honorable mention already.
I love it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that's preemptive. I'm throwing that out there. My number one, however, is a podcast called Distractable.
Okay.
Easily my favorite podcast. I've gotten so many laughs listening to it. It is a comedy podcast, but it's like a themed podcast where every week they do a different theme. And it's Mark, Bob, and Wade. So it's this trio.
Okay.
All three of them are YouTubers. All three of them I've been following forever. And I know they're funny individuals. Together, they are hilarious.
Yeah.
And the three of them sitting down and talking just silly shit for an hour and a half is such a good listen, especially like road tripping or like doing what I do where you have to drive down and like driving a tractor trailer for
running over Illinois drivers.
Yeah, damn near, right. So it is fantastic. It's such a good listen. Highly recommend it. Not sponsored, although a podcast sponsoring a podcast would be kind of interesting. So hit us up, Distractable, if you're interested.
There you go.
I know you guys have fucking money to spend.
Hold on. Let me be the douchebag creator.
Yeah.
Hey man, let's collab sometime.
Right.
That'd be really great.
Hit us up.
Hit us up, man. Catch us in the DMs.
Yeah, Distractable, hilarious. Would recommend. You got to start from the beginning. It's one of those podcasts where you have to listen to season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
Not because it's episodic and you'll miss something listening later on. It's because the first episode was hilarious.
Yeah.
And they just kept that same energy. Yes.
I love that.
Highly recommend Distractable.
That's awesome. I will definitely be checking that out. My number one, Aiden was cheating. He was looking over my shoulder.
I was looking.
Yep, teacher caught him.
Oops.
Oopsie. Number one, Bad Friends with Bobby Lee.
So
and
funny.
Andrew Santino.
So funny.
Andrew Santino, Chicago guy, by the way, and Bobby Lee's just funny as hell. Those two have such great chemistry.
Fantastic.
And it, like there's just no holds barred. I mean,
right.
they could just rip on each other for days, but it's part of the bit.
Yes.
It's part of the bit. But they have guests on sometimes. They have this young girl who's been like a producer, and she was on for a while, and like they used to just give her so much shit,
right?
Which was like really funny. But they have a lot of good guests on too.
True.
From time to time, and the guests are really great too. So it's just great. It's great.
It's a good listen.
Yeah, and Andrew, he's like I said, he's a Chicago guy. So for people that don't know other parts of the country, maybe you've never been, or around the world, and you haven't been to Chicago. Number one, it's one of the greatest cities, and I'm not saying it because I'm a homer. I'm saying because I traveled a lot and I've been to a lot of cities, so I can say without a shadow of a doubt,
right,
that it is. It would take a lot to top it. It's really a great city, especially in the summertime. It's awesome. But that being said, like part of what makes it awesome are the people that are here, and like people in Chicago just have such a great sense of humor.
Right.
About them, and it's part of that Midwestern folksiness, but it's still a big city.
Yeah, it's like that classic, like, oh, I'm gonna sneak right past you.
Right.
Mixed with like da Bears.
Mixed with the Bears, and it's like just this little bit of funniness, but at the same time a little self-deprecation. Like people in Chicago just all vibe the same way, and the humor is very similar. So Andrew I really dig, and him and Bobby, they just lick.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's what makes a podcast.
Oh, for sure. That is what makes it. And I hope people feel that way about us. I know I've heard from people here in town that have listened to the show. They're just like, wow, you guys have such good chemistry. I'm like, I've known him his whole life. So
I've known this man 25 years. Oh, how old is he? 25.
25. I built him. I created him in a lab. I still appreciate it.
When they say I'm built different, they mean built different. I was built like a fucking idiot. I'm kidding. Unless.
Well,
Unless.
maybe that was part of the plan.
Oh, no.
All together. Or not.
All right.
But anyway, that concludes our top 10 list. Hopefully you guys loved it.
My man. Hit us up with your list.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No doubt. And I want to talk to you fine folks about some movies in a little segment called Review Preview.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And I went to see a movie. Now, okay, I have notes, right? I take notes and things like that for my shows. And for the last, 6 weeks, maybe not quite that long, because I 4 weeks, 3 weeks. No matter how I edit my notes, The Accountant 2...
I noticed that
The Accountant 2 is like a 24 font and just plopped at the top of my notes. And every week I'm like, why the fuck is that? It doesn't make any sense.
On the back end, we send each other notes. And we're like, oh, ready for the show? I'm like, yeah, I got X, Y, and Z. And every week it's review preview, and then in font 74 compared to the rest being font size 12. It's The Accountant 2.
The Accountant 2.
It's oh my god, for the 9th week in a row, really?
And I don't know why. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I know I took that out of there.
It's just fucking Mac OS being no, you need to talk about The Accountant 2 again.
It does, well, when you use AI,
it's you're asking Siri, and she's like, fucking Accountant 2, dude.
I like Ben Affleck.
It's God, I get it.
Crazy. But anyway, no, we're not talking about The Accountant 2, no matter how much the AI bot wants me to.
But what does Siri think?
Siri wants me to talk about the world of John Wick, Ballerina. And trained in the assassin traditions of the Ruska Roma, Eve Makarov takes on an army of killers. She seeks revenge against those responsible for the death of her father. The movie stars Ana de Armas, Keanu Reeves, Norman Reedus. Yep, he's in it too.
Man.
Yep.
My man.
Ian McShane, Lance Reddick, rest in peace, and Angelica Houston. This film takes place between the third and fourth John Wick movies. John without revealing too much, he does for Eve, if you remember the first John Wick movie, what Marcus did for him. And Marcus, if you remember, was played by the amazing Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
So he does for her what he did for him. So I thought that was... I caught that right away. As soon as that got to that part of the movie, I'm like, oh, what a callback. I'm he's totally doing that. That's amazing. So that was pretty cool. But, the only difference was, with John, it was his car and his dog.
Yeah.
And with her, it's her father. So it's a little bit different motivations in a way, I suppose. But she's a badass, and I'm excited for the movies she's going to be in, and this saga will continue.
Yes.
And I think it can just keep going, provided they keep these great writers and producers, because it's just...
It's a great storyline.
It's a great storyline. The cinematography is unbelievable every time.
The world building is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I gave it 7.9 out of 10.
Man.
Almost got into the 8s. And my preview is Megan 2.0.
I've heard about that.
I'm excited. I like the first one. And like I said, if anything, we are highly critical on this podcast of comedies and horror movies.
Right.
Two things we're very critical about.
Very true.
And this one was really good. I felt it had a beginning, a middle, and end, and the whole plot made sense. And she was a badass, and she caught you off guard a few times. And you just sit there, and a lot of times... when kids are game, when it's just oh, this little girl might die. You're just right on, man.
Yeah.
It's just
the stakes are where they should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly the way I felt. So I'm excited for this. After Megan's rampage, her creator, Gemma, resorts to resurrecting her infamous creation in order to take down Amelia, the military-grade weapon, who is built by a defense contractor who stole Megan's underlying tech. I'm all for it. So basically, I think what we're going to get is kind of if you remember the T2, the second Terminator movie, where you had Arnold, who's now a good Terminator, and he has to fight that liquid Terminator, who's more upgraded and all this stuff.
Yep.
So we're getting bots that are going to battle.
It's like Iron Man 3.
Exactly. And I'm for it.
Yes.
I'm all for it. So definitely looking forward to Megan 2.0.
That's wonderful.
Before we take our next break, while you were sleeping, and Aiden does this category on games, TV shows, movies, just something we may have missed. Aiden, what the hell did we miss?
We missed a little indie horror game. I know. I bring up a lot of indie horror games.
We love that.
But just like the alt-rock genre, they keep fucking popping off. It just keeps happening.
I love it.
This is a game called Kiosk.
Okay.
It is a horror cooking game.
Ooh.
Fun mix.
Yeah.
Where players work the night shift at a small food kiosk serving mysterious late-night customers.
Ooh.
The game builds tension as players prepare orders in a cozy, rain-soaked setting. You're literally just stuck in this tiny little restaurant serving people at this little window. The previous worker, of course, vanished under mysterious circumstances. Do we find out how? I don't know. You have to watch the ending.
Ooh.
Adding to the unsettling atmosphere. Of course, it's a PC game, so Windows, Mac, Linux, all that fun stuff. I don't know if it's on consoles yet.
Okay.
But it looks phenomenal. Now, I have it paid for and downloaded.
Oh.
I haven't, full disclosure, I haven't played it on Aiden Spelled the Right Way yet. But I've seen enough previews. I saw the price tag. It was pretty low. But I've seen enough previews and gameplay to know that this shit is worth it. This is where it's at.
All right, so because I've known this guy for 25 years, I know what he likes, what he doesn't like, shit that terrifies him. There's
you have to serve fries to a clown.
He does not like clowns. Like, we're not talking like, clowns, really stupid,
not
silly.
my style.
No, like, Aiden will wind up and punch one in the face if it is close enough to him.
Don't roll up on me.
Don't roll up on him if you are a clown. Roll up on me, clown.
Joe red-ass nose.
You're gonna die, clown. So as soon as I saw that picture, I'm like, I might need to watch him play this.
It's not just a clown horror game, but there are clowns in this horror game.
And I'm guessing the clowns are gonna mess with you.
Yeah, they will.
I love it.
They
it's
will.
amazing.
So yeah, Kiosk is where it's at. I think it only cost me like $4 or something like that. But
really? Okay.
You get X amount of hours out of it. Hey,
sweet.
That's good entertainment.
That is good entertainment. We're going to take one more quick break. When we come back, we're going to finish up with our beer review and the world of weird news coming up next. All right, we are in the home stretch, everybody. Welcome back to the Mark Mo Show podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Mark Maloney, your host. Next to me, Aiden Maloney, co-host of the show, and does a lot of stuff on the back end. You know, that's the yeoman's work, man. That's the blue collar, get your pail and go to work, and the steel mills and just behind a computer and being creative. But anyway,
right.
But anyway, that's what he does, and he's really good at it. So I do appreciate him very much on that end of things. But now is one of our favorite times of the show. We get to drink
the
beer.
Favorite times of the day.
Indeed, we get to drink beer.
Oh my goodness.
And not only do I think we have a neat one to do, because I'm kind of excited by that. It's even more than that because
it's fresh.
It's fresh, baby. It's got that fresh feeling, like Febreze.
The Febreze brothers.
Indeed,
it's like a fresh start.
I was excited to learn this. So apparently, you had said how many people have tried this?
Yeah, apparently globally.
On
the Untapped app, which is what we use to rate these and give flavor notes and all that, 95 people.
Period. Yeah.
Period. Have checked into this beer and given it a rating on a 1 to 5 scale, which is crazy because usually craft beers, especially in the Midwest, a lot of people check in, a lot of people give their opinions. 95 have checked into this.
This is new.
And they've given it good opinions, meaning we're early to the game for once.
We are.
Let's go.
Let's go. I am totally digging it. I can't wait. So here we go. This is
the official beer review.
Here we go.
Today, Slancha.
Slancha.
Do we tell the people what we have, or do we keep them waiting? Quite. Yes.
Aiden?
Yes.
Fill them in.
This week on the official beer review, Cherry Lime Rye from the Pipeworks Brewing Company. It is a fruit beer 4.3% ABV, so it's a bit lighter on the alcohol content scale, but the Pipeworks Brewing Company, of course, not to be homers like you said earlier, Chicago, Illinois, a microbrewery.
That's right.
Straight out of the Midwest. The way they describe it,
Yes.
Cherry Lime Rye Ale, loaded with oodles and they use the word oodles, not me.
I actually appreciate that they use the word oodles.
They used it twice. Oodles and oodles
Ooh.
of fresh cherries and lime. Look for flavors reminiscent of a cherry limeade popsicle
Oh, no.
as you crack into a can of our latest fruited ale special release. Cheers, they say. Would have been better if they said slancha, but we give them credit nonetheless as they're out of Chicago. And we,
Absolutely.
well, I don't know if we've tried Pipeworks on the show before, but I know I've had Pipeworks brews before.
Yes.
Not this one. So the Cherry Lime Rye Fruit Beer Ale.
And Aiden, I always like to comment on the designs on some of these cans because
Yes.
I think macro brews are a little bit different. Sometimes they're okay in terms of their design. Sometimes just pretty straightforward and plain.
Sometimes it's a little
kind of like the Penn State helmet, if you will.
It's a little corpo.
You know, it really is. But like this, imagine Angry Birds if it was a cherry.
Yeah, it's funky.
Like you get like that cherry's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's looking like he wants to do something really bad to that
A
other
little
cherry.
devious.
A little devious.
This one over here in the corner staring over, he's like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah.
They almost look, they have the eyes of minions, but the deviousness of like sleep paralysis demons.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And then the one under the creepy one looks terrified.
Yeah.
Even though he does not want to do the one below him ill will, he's looking at somebody else, but he's still terrified like,
Right.
I'm next.
It's like, oh, God.
The dude in the middle looks high AF.
Yeah.
Like that.
He's like bothered, but he's also like, you know, this was always going to happen.
Yeah, homie's on a trip. Now, the guy next to him looks
His neighbor.
incredibly concerned.
Yeah, he's a little, he's unwell.
Then we have two cherries together.
Yeah, they're twins, but they're even less well.
They are less
the
well.
One of them is like
Got this lazy eye
Yeah.
thing going, and
the one next to him is looking over at that lazy eye fellow. God
right.
bless his soul.
And he has English teeth. He has British teeth.
oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. And by English teeth, he means no fucking teeth at all.
That's right.
You guys have national health care and still don't have fucking dentists.
I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
Cherry Lime Rye.
Let's do this thing.
Pipeworks Brewing Slancha.
Slancha again. Here
Let
we go.
us know
Let's
what
do-
you're drinking at home.
Oh, buddy.
That's pretty...
That's so smooth for a rye. Holy
yeah.
shit.
It does... Immediately, I could tell it was a rye.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Because that's so forefront on the flavor palette. It's like, oh, that's a rye. You can tell it with whiskeys and you can tell it with beers. It's definitely a rye. But when they say cherry lime, I get both.
I do.
I get the lime more than cherry.
Yes.
Because if you were to hand this to me and not tell me its name, I wouldn't immediately identify pit fruit. I would say rye. I would say citrus lime. The cherry is hinted.
Undertone.
The
yeah.
cherry's an undertone. The lime is up front. The rye is immediate. But it is enjoyable.
It is very smooth. It is very, like...
Remarkably.
I can imagine, because we are in summertime now, or pretty damn close
Right.
to it, you know, you're going to get those really super hot days, and, you know, you're out there doing yard work, you're mowing the lawn, working on your car,
Weed
whatever
whacking,
you're doing,
yeah.
weed whacking, and you come inside, right, you're sweating, you're hot, you're overheated, you want that cold beer.
Yeah.
You've earned that cold beer.
You've done it.
And not necessarily like a skunky beer or a cheap beer.
No, sure.
Like, you want decent beer. Like, this would be near
That's
the top
it.
of my list.
That's it.
I'm not even kidding.
No.
It's just so refreshing.
Yeah, if you're talking a cool shower after a hot summer day.
Yeah, buddy.
And you know what? I have been a fan of the shower beer for many years.
Yes, there you go.
I am a shower beer enjoyer.
That's good.
This is good.
It's so
This
good.
is good for that. And
I like this way more than I thought I would.
Oh, I agree. I would say those that don't like rye whiskeys or rye beers, this might not be up your alley. I will say that because the rye is the first flavor I got. The fact that it was a rye ale. But if you like lime, cherry undertones, sure. I get pit fruit. I almost get a little peach in there. If you let it linger,
That I didn't get, but for ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, my sinuses are all jacked up, probably
That's
because
true.
of
That's true.
allergies or whatever. So maybe because the nose is super important to doing stuff like this.
yeah,
I'm totally relying on my palate
right
at this point.
right. Regardless,
So that I didn't get. Yeah.
Regardless, it is an enjoyable segment.
It's so good.
But I would say I get pit fruit, but it's almost like cherry peachy, and it's really undertone hinted.
Yeah.
But the lime comes through, the rye comes
Yes.
through. There's almost, you could argue, a touch of grapefruit, but that's really just that citric acid flavor.
I think so, yeah.
So I enjoy it. I think summertime crushable type beers, this is very tasty. Very tasty. And this is one of only a few rye ales I've had before, because
Right.
rye ales really aren't that popular. But when they make them, I do enjoy them.
Yeah,
You
oh, for
know?
sure.
It's like if pumpernickel bread were a tasty alcoholic beverage. You know?
Exactly.
It's like they can do both.
There is. It's called Guinness.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah. I do enjoy that. The flavor profile on the Untapped app, for any of those unfamiliar, they provide 5 preliminary flavor profile
Right, because it's so
notes.
new. Yeah,
right.
It's so new.
And you get to pick from those 5, but you can also add custom ones that may or may not appear on other people's feeds, should they be suggested enough. And the ones they suggest are tart, dry, cherry, lime, and rye. Now, I'll give you rye, I'll give you lime, I'll say cherry because there are undertones of that, but it's not, to me, it's not tart and it's not dry.
Okay.
You know, I don't get the tannic drying forces that you would get from like a red wine
Okay.
necessarily. And I don't think it's tart. You know, there's no tart cherry like bite to it.
Correct.
You know, that you would get from like a cranberry
fair.
juice. So I would say cherry lime rye. I would say crushable, because this goes down smooth. Crushable and smooth is what I will add to this, and I think I'm going to give this a 3.25 out of 5.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I gave it a 4.25.
Ooh.
I really,
That's good.
really enjoyed it.
Yes.
I did find it a bit dry.
Oh, okay.
I did find on my palate. I did find it a bit dry, but more so the lime. It was just really refreshing. Like, if refreshing was one of the categories, like, definitely would be refreshing.
I would agree. Sure.
And of course, because we do the Untapped app, I always keep track of my badges that I've earned. And so apparently I've unlocked for the can level 5. Canning is all the rage.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's 25 check-ins for me, not an alcoholic.
No. This is 25 check-ins over many.
I'm a connoisseur.
Yeah.
Connoisseur.
Yeah.
I also got
A connoisseur.
Cheers to independent U.S. craft breweries level 7. Cheers, you beer patriot.
I think I got Fruit of the Labor level 7.
Did you?
Yes,
That's awesome.
I thought that was funny.
And I got Beer Gear Summer Giveaway.
No kidding. Oh, that must be a custom badge.
It's a custom badge. Yep. Cool. All right. I always love those.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a really good beer, man. I enjoyed it a lot. One of my higher grades, I think.
Yes, I would agree. And this is a local craft as well, so this may not be available nationally. I think internationally it might be tougher too, but if you can find it, we do recommend it, not sponsored, because we are enjoyers of beer and we will tell you what's good.
Yeah. Oh,
and that's
no doubt.
the beer review, damn it.
Before we finish up with our world of weird, hold on. Before we finish up with our world of weird news,
There you go.
I was flipping through my beer activity here on the Untapped app, and I looked at Aiden's.
Yeah.
And so he tried this kaleidoscopic canine.
Yes, I did.
Hang on. And apparently he tried it at Denny's.
Anytime. Okay.
The place where you go when it's 2:30 in the morning and you're a little intoxicated and you're like, you know what I could fuck with right now is a short stack and some eggs and bacon, and you roll up in there only to go
canine,
only for Denny's to have on hand.
No. Okay. I know what we're all thinking.
Oh, yeah,
I know
tell
what
me.
we're all thinking. Here's the thing.
You're getting drunk at Denny's is what it sounds like.
Well, only on the weekdays.
That's fair.
I anytime I have the opportunity, because it's got like the same check-in type functionality that like Foursquare or things like that would.
Yeah.
But it allows you an unlimited radius. So from the AK219 studios where
Yes.
we record the Mark Mo show, you can check in to every local place. Even if they don't, you could check into the Taco Bell. You can check into the Taco Bell being like, oh yeah, I had a Busch Light over there. Knowing damn well you're lying.
Right.
And they don't check. They don't check.
They don't check.
Yeah, like I had this one, well, in air quotes, I had this one at the, it was called the Busted Knuckle.
Uh-huh.
And it's a porter I had the other month. And I checked in that beer.
Uh-huh.
And I, like, it allows you to scroll past on, like, the check-in screen to be like, oh, what is nearby? Like, what might you be checking into?
Yeah.
And it just finds establishments.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not bars in general. It just finds businesses. So I checked into the health and rehab center
Oh no!
with that porter.
No, you did not.
And then I checked into an IPA at a Christian church. And then I checked into that kaleidoscopic canine you were talking about at the Denny's. And yeah, it just allows you to check in anywhere. So of course I goof around. I'm like, I'm not really here, but it'd be funny if it was. Like, there was when I visited my sisters, your daughters,
yeah,
in in Washington, we tried a couple local ciders, and I checked into the Nike World headquarters when we were just at an Airbnb. It just allowed me to check into the Nike World headquarters.
No.
Yeah, it has that type of free...
So you drank beer at the Nike World headquarters.
According to Untapped,
According
I did.
to Untapped, you did. I love that.
According to my memory, it doesn't matter.
Oh my God, that's great. I love that. I couldn't believe when I was scrolling through, I'm like, wait a second.
You did what?
Now, if I saw like Light or Bud, my first thought would be like, oh, Denny's must serve beer. No, that beer?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Ain't no way.
There's no shot.
And
that is hilarious.
You were correct.
I love that. I love it.
A little bit of trolling.
A little bit of trolling. We're now into the world of weird news, and I'm going to jump into mine right away. These are weird, crazy stories from all over the world, and it is news, which means it must be true. And
right.
And here we go. My headline: Thousands bet Jesus Christ will return in 2025 as mind-blowing theory predicts second coming.
Oh my God. I feel like I heard a little bit about this too.
Thousands of people have bet that Jesus Christ will make his long-awaited return to Earth and that the second coming will be here before the end of 2025. Both Christianity and Islam teach that Jesus will return one day, having already returned once.
According to their book.
Sure. When he came back from the dead after that whole crucifixion business. I love writers. I love writers. God, I love them. I love them so much.
When the Romans did their whole thing, and he was just like, never mind.
Never mind. We're going to try to get through this. According to the Bible, he didn't stick around on Earth for very long after that. God, I love this guy. And instead ascended to heaven, and the second coming is when we get the proper sequel to Jesus. There's currently over $500,000 bet on the second coming happening in 2025.
Wow.
Though the vast majority of the money that's been put down has gone into the quote-unquote no pile.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
My gosh.
At the time of the writing, only around 3% of people have put their money down on it happening. Though that's still enough for thousands of dollars in bets that would pay off should Jesus return.
If he did, fucking ICE would deport him.
Oh, totally.
Kidding me?
ICE would throw him to the ground.
Holy shit.
Given that they're buying a yes share for just 3 cents at the time of writing.
3 cents on the dollar, that is.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's still an awful lot of people who've decided to take the bet. Some of this betting is based on the millennial day theory, which claims that the second coming will occur 6,000 years after the creation of mankind and usher in a millennium of peace.
Oh, wow. Right.
The idea behind it is that each millennium corresponds to day, and that's where currently in the 1,000-year span of Friday, this week started on Sunday, and once we hit that 6,000 milestone, it will tick over to Saturday, which means which will be the time of peace.
Wow, must be nice.
Must be nice. Of course,
Could be us.
Of course, one of the main problems with this theory is that humans have been around for much longer than 6,000 years. Scientists have found evidence that humans in our current form, that is Homo sapiens, which date back about 300,000 years, as the bones of the first recorded humans are from around that time. There's also the fact that there have been dozens of predictions of the second coming, with some people giving specific dates and others providing vaguer answers.
No, you can't shun their little book. They'll get mad.
I know.
Oh, no.
I know, their little Harry Potter, whatever.
Oh.
The Bible does say that no one knows the day or the hour of the second coming.
Oh, man.
So it's a mystery. So
That's so convenient.
So perhaps trying to guess isn't the best idea, and Jesus doesn't seem like the sort of guy who would approve of gambling on religious events. I love this guy. I love him. Or her. I don't know. Despite all the predictions, Jesus Christ has not made his long-awaited appearance in the first 5 months of the year, so this latest claim that he's on his way could be filed away with the others. We'll know by the end of the year, and then some people are in for a payday. What a great article.
Shit.
Kudos to you.
I'm not a betting man. I've never been a gambler, but if I were to bet my life savings on no, I would still feel really comfortable.
I feel good. I feel pretty good about it. The thing I laugh about is like how Catholics, Christians, whatever, they always look at him as this California Jesus surfer guy.
Right.
When he comes back, he could be like 5'5" and kind of fat and chubby and bald and be like, hey guys, I'm Jesus, I'm back, and people will be like, beat that guy up, get that guy out of here. That's my vision. That's
I'm all for socialism and I support prostitutes, and they're like, deport this fucking guy.
Who is this guy? Get him out of here.
Yeah, the common American Christian would not like Jesus Christ, and that's crazy.
I know, right?
Crazy to me.
Yeah, he was quite the liberal.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you got?
I have a story here from Gizmodo.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, is a website I don't like because they are filled with advertisements. What a dog shit publication.
That's
anyway, guy scores 120 free flights by posing as a flight attendant before getting busted.
No way.
The writer, by the way, AJ Dillinger, opened up the article with saying his next trip might be to jail.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Speaking of, I love writers. He opens up with, from the, quote, God forbid a man have hobbies file. The DOJ announced, the Department of Justice for any foreigners, the DOJ announced this week that a gentleman who posed as a flight attendant and scored more than 100 free flights over the course of 6 years have been convicted of wire fraud entering into a secure area of an airport under false pretenses. In a plot that frankly doesn't seem that wild, if you've watched the most recent season of Nathan Fielder's The Rehearsal, 35-year-old Tyron Alexander allegedly managed to secure flights that were supposed to be available to only pilots and flight attendants. According to the DOJ, Alexander was able to book the flights by falsifying employment information and providing badge numbers that apparently allowed him to bypass the security of online booking options for airline employees. Alexander's primary victim was a single airline through which he allegedly booked over 34 different flights. He submitted documentation showing that he worked for seven different airlines and reportedly provided more than 30 different badge numbers over the course of his bookings. He was also able to duplicate that process and let him fly for free as a faux employee across more than 3 airlines, ultimately booking a total of 120 free flights between 2018 and 2024. The TSA was involved in investigating the case that was eventually brought to court, according to the DOJ. None of the airlines that got caught up in Alexander's scheming were mentioned in the announcement, which is not surprising as they are likely a little embarrassed about the whole thing.
That's amazing.
It doesn't exactly speak highly of the security protocols they have in place. Of course, neither does the fact that Nathan Fielder, the aforementioned comedian, was able to get people to follow airline employees around for days to study their behavior for a comedy show, which, by the way, is a great comedy show.
Okay.
So not exactly a banner year for the airline industry. Hey, shout out Boeing.
Yeah.
We also keep having communication blackouts at air traffic control centers around the country for what it's worth, he says. While he has been convicted, the man still is waiting to see what his penalty will be, awaiting what a judge will rule later this August.
Wow.
120. So you're 120 flights. Meaning he got past TSA 120 times.
That's amazing.
He got boarded 120 times, meaning he fooled both TSA and various airlines 120 times over the course of 4 years or so. And you know what? He got free flights. God forbid a man have hobbies.
I know.
I know, right?
That's great. That's great.
He's just going out there having a little goof and a gaff.
I love that.
Is that against the law?
I think not. I think
the fuck not.
Oh, that's amazing.
Y'all just
love
haters.
that guy. I know, right? He's an innovator.
And a good man.
And a good man. And importantly,
I've heard.
Yeah, a good man. Those are great. I hope you enjoyed the World of Weird News. We got a lot more coming at you. Everybody keep being weird. You're giving us a lot of great content.
My man.
So this is our wrap-up. That's it for the week. Thanks so much for listening to the Mark Mo Show. If you have enjoyed our content, please like, subscribe, share with all your friends and family. Thanks to our supporters, Curry Ford of Valpo, Curry Buick GMC, Jatonia Greek Grill, Valpo Family, YMCA, Simcoe Signs, Smoketown Blues Barbecue, The Entertainer Magazine, and Care Place of Valpo, and Aiden Maloney right here, my guy.
My man.
And thanks to, once again, Aiden for all of his work on the back end of things. Appreciate that. Make sure you check out Guys Being Dudes, Aiden spelled the right way, for amazing content, good gaming content. Check out my radio show After Hours, streaming on WVLP.org and the TuneIn app. Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time and Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hope you guys have a great day, a fantastic weekend, and we are going to see you next week. Take care, everybody.